Schindler's List is the most commercially successful Holocaust-related film in cinema history. Steven Spielberg released it in 1993, and it earned John Williams his 5th Academy Award.
I want to thank for his friendship and support Ken Weinberg, and for their great artistry, Itzhak Perlman and the Boston Symphony Orchestra, and for a man who always makes work fun and is a seeming unending source of inspiration, Steven Spielberg. Thank you.
Williams' score is also one of the most famous and prestigious soundtracks in the history of cinema, not only for the musical exquisiteness and beauty of its melodies, with the prominence of the violin, the Jewish national instrument, played prodigiously by Itzhak Perlman. Not only for that, but also for its transcendence and commitment, because Williams' music is not only meant to set the mood, dramatize, or explain the story, but as a statement of principles and intentions. His music is the film, but it goes beyond the film itself. It is a universal message that honors the dignity and honor of all the victims of Nazi depravity. All of them. There is original music.
How do we know that you will do what you say?
Because I said I would.
And there is also pre-existing music. And it works on two different levels: the realistic and the dramatic and abstract. The non-music is also a very musical decision. There is no music for the atrocities, because they are so incomprehensible and inhuman that there is no music that can explain them. But there is music in the consequences of those atrocities. For the same reason the Nazis, or especially MundoBSO, the concentration camp commandant, have no music except what they hear in the diegesis. There is no music to match their level of depravity. On the other hand, the music played by people like Oskar Schindler marks a great difference in human category. Of the music used in diegesis, what the characters hear or listen to, most of it is ambient, for parties and gatherings. But especially important is the sequence of the massacre in the ghetto, where the Nazis play and pervert the wonderful music of Johann Sebastian Bach, refined music played by murderous fingers. There are 4 dramatic musical themes which, although important in their context, only appear once in the film. The first of these is this one. It is a Hebrew music that for 10 minutes depicts with a certain sarcastic and also bitter tone the expulsion of the Jews from their homes, the occupation of their homes, Schindler's dealings in the ghetto, and the setting up of his factory. Essentially, this is ambient background music that attempts to de-dramatize and give an impression of normality, of adaptation to the new circumstances of the Jews.
We'll take the soup box! The soup box! Soup box! But don't touch both the electrodes at the same time. You'll get electrocuted. Here, have a try.
The theme, which began with the expulsion, ends with the start of work in the factory.
Roll the mats around.
Shorthand, typing, obviously. How is your typing?
The second theme is this. It creates a brutal, dramatic contrast. While Oskar Schindler witnesses the violence in the ghetto, He watches The Girl in the Red Coat and a 19th century nursery rhyme about a rabbi teaching his pupils the alphabet plays. In the context of the scene, and obviously linked to the girl, the song takes on a tragic, devastating, almost unbearable tone.
Oh, please, let's go. Let's go, please. Come on.
After the girl, the massive cremation of the corpses, to which John Williams contributes a requiem with a choir reciting a text in Hebrew. Finally, the fourth dramatic theme of unique appearance is the violin lament for the shower scene, which turns out not to be a shower of death, but a mourning for those who will die. Of the various musical themes that appear in the film, only two are repeated throughout the film and tie the film's story together. Neither has a concrete meaning, but represents something more abstract, poetic. The first is this one. It appears with the photographs of the Jews, their stolen possessions, and the extracted teeth. It reappears when the girl in the ghetto runs to hide. It is not music that brings hope, but despair. She, like the people in the photographs, is doomed. The salvation of what this music represents is in that typewriter.
How many? 850, give or take.
And in this list.
The list is an absolute good.
Where's the photo?
Man for this transport, and woman for this transport.
The second theme is this one, and it is the main theme. It has two clearly recognizable parts. One speaks of suffering, and the other of dignity. This is the starting point, and this will be its destination. Suffering lived and dignity regained. Thanks to him, thanks to Oskar Schindler, who is integrated into the music, and to whom the music of this theme also pays homage.
Have Goldberg bring them over.
The main theme is that of the Jews on the list.
450.
It is that of the dangers and risks that Oskar Schindler takes for them. It is the music of commitment. It is the music of higher purpose.
No. 121.
Nancy and Leo, our son.
It is the music of goodness. It is the music of wanting to do more.
I didn't do enough.
You did so much.
And it is the music through which Steven Spielberg and John Williams speak of the dignity and honor of those who have suffered the worst injustices, and of all those who, like Oskar Schindler, gave absolutely everything to help them. The music of this film is a declaration of principles and of the highest and best human values. It is more than music.